Okay, Dark Fae 120 hard is actually not as hard as you think. We got the run here. I recorded it earlier. So the team is Deacon, Allure, Stagnite, Septimus, and Armiger. Let's watch the run and we'll talk about some potential replacements or substitutions. Here we go. Get into the run. This team is pretty good for this. We have the turn meter from 3 of our champions in Deacon, Armiger, and Allure. We do have decreased speed from Stagnite. He's amazing. And then we just basically have our damage coming from Septimus. So it's a little RNG as far as how long it takes to get to the boss. 30, 40 seconds, depending on how much damage Septimus is really going to do. But it really doesn't take too long. And yeah, you can see Septimus just kind of wipes the floor with most of these people. If that guy had decreased defense, we would have wiped the floor with him too. Here we go. Get to the boss. Deacon, turn meter, defense down. Allure puts everybody to sleep. And then we kill all of our copies because they never get turns. Here we go. Now what I do here when he steals my Septimus, I clicked on Septimus to make sure that my champs targeted Septimus. Because sometimes they don't, which is stupid. Take down Septimus and then it's basically 100% from this point. We have enough turn meter here to make sure the boss only gets a couple turns. It's not too many turns. But the boss does get 1 extra turn where she steals my Septimus again. You'll see it here in maybe a minute or 2, maybe like a minute and a half or so. It's in which case you can play the RNG game and hope that you don't, or hope that your other 4 champions target the Septimus. But I'm okay. I kind of just click on the Septimus to make sure. Like you can see my mouse hovering right above Deacon's head there, right where Septimus is going to get taken from Dark Fae. Waiting for her to take my Septimus so I can click on him to make sure that my champs target. Now the RNG, there is a little RNG in this run. The RNG comes in with True Fears. So you're going to get True Fears on this boss, or the boss is going to True Fear you. Now you have sort of 50-50 shot whether you get your ability off or not, or you just miss a turn. And if all of your champions miss the turn, then what's going to happen is the Septimus that she steals is going to kill your team and you have to restart. So you have to get kind of lucky, kind of just not unlucky, I guess you could say. And it is what it is. Bring in a Shmail. I tried this with Shmail where Armiger is, and the problem was we didn't do as much damage and turn meter depletion, and it ended up failing like right about here. So we needed that extra turn meter decrease from Armiger. And I think this is where the boss is about. This next turn the boss gets, she's going to steal my Septimus again, so I'm just going to click on the Septimus to make sure that my champs target it. And we should be in business. You can see we got the boss down pretty well already. And Allure is doing a fantastic job. Allure, Deacon, and Armiger are all doing fantastic jobs here. I'll show, here we go. See me click on him? I clicked on him there, and there we go. Stagnite finally took him out. We get it back, and then the boss is dead, basically. The boss doesn't know it yet. So usually when this run works out, this is how the run will work out successfully every time. You don't get True Feared. Every single one of my champions would get True Feared, and then you would lose. So there's my run, 341. Pretty good time. And yeah, that's that. So let's go check out the champions. Here's the champions. I got Septimus. Septimus can be replaced with any DPS you have. This is just the build that I have him in for general use stuff. 100 crit, 260, 5400 attack. Not savage or anything. I got 1 set of cruel. It's okay. The next champion in the list here is going to be Stagnite. Stagnite is almost, I would say, almost irreplaceable. He's in a shield set for other content. It still works for this. So 228, no crit, doesn't matter. 338 accuracy. And the HP is whatever. I just have him in a shield set for extra buff, I believe, for Fire Knight or something maybe. I'm not sure. Deacon. Deacon's very important to this team. Deacon is very important to this team because of the time compression. And then he's got the defense down AoE. And one sneaky thing is Leech on the A1. Leech on the A1 really makes sure that your champs can get topped up. It's 18% lifesteal instead of 30. It's really nice. So what do I have him built in? 340 accuracy. I have him at my fastest champion, 270 speed. Everything else doesn't really matter. You need accuracy and you need him to be the fastest. Let's see here. Armiger. Armiger. Amazing champion here. Okay, sorry. Obviously, the replacement for Deacon would be Lysandra. If you have Lysandra, use Lysandra. She's better than Deacon. I don't have Lysandra, though, so I don't use Lysandra. Armiger. Fantastic champion. Uncommon champion. Still making his way in this game. 367 accuracy, 100 crit for that A1 turn meter decrease, and then some speed. 222 speed. It's fine. Gets the defense so he can survive. He's golden. Alright, and then the last champion was, where did she get put in here? I missed her. Did I miss her? I must have missed her. I missed her. There she is. Allure. You cannot replace Allure. Allure has to be in this team. She has to be in this team. So what do I have? What do I have her hit? 350 accuracy, 100 crit, 261 speed. She could definitely be faster. If she was faster, this might be a little better. So, but you don't want her faster than your Deacon or your Lysandra. If you have Deacon or Lysandra, those are the two best leads for this. Deacon or Lysandra. You want your Deacon or your Lysandra to be fastest, and then you want Allure to be second fastest. Just getting her more turns. More turns. I mean, if you can build her with those crazy stats in Relentless, cool. That would be amazing as well. So that's the team comp right there. Let's go take a look at... I'll show you. There's a team setup for this. That they just changed this whole team setup nonsense. It's amazing. So, team setup we got going on right here. Round 1, Deacon does what he wants. Allure, only A1. Stagnite, just use your A1. I don't want Stagnite doing his A2 here. Septimus does what he does, and Armiger does what he does. The second round, I don't want Deacon doing anything other than his A1. Does his A1 because I want him to have this for round 3. Because this is the most crucial thing. You have to have it for round 3. Allure, same story, only use your A1, girl. Deacon, and then Stagnite comes in, defense down on the second wave, yada yada. Septimus does what he does. Armiger does what he does. Now round 3, we come in time compression, and then he'll auto into sweeping retribution. We're fine. Now, this is where it gets a little different. You could never do this before, now you can. I want her to open with temptation, and then never use it again. Because this will put people to sleep if they're under defense down. Deacon will place the defense down. Allure, put them all to sleep. Guaranteed to get a go. Stagnite does what he does. Septimus does what he does. And just to make sure that we don't have any weird turn meter shenanigans, Armiger always never use their A2. Always do the turn meter decrease. So that's the team. Speeds aren't too crazy. Obviously, if you can build your Deacon or your Lysandra and your Allure faster, do it. Always do it. Stagnite is pretty irreplaceable for the decreased speed. You want decreased speed on this boss. You definitely want decreased speed on this boss. And then decreased attack is also very, very... I don't know, clutch? Whatever. It is what it is. It's handy to have. Septimus can be replaced by any champion that you want to do damage. He does damage for me, and I like him. He's just fun. If you want another turn meter decrease champ, put another turn meter decrease champ in there that can do some damage. Armiger can obviously be replaced by Vizix, can be replaced by a second Allure, would be ideal. I don't have one, so that's what that is. Alright, that's the team right there. That's the setup. That's the gear. Nothing crazy, but also there are some stats you need to hit. So, until next time, that's Dark Fae 120. Love you guys.